that for many years, I spent a lot of time training dogs. I started when I was 16 years old, had a girlfriend get me a German Shepherd, and I brought the German Shepherd home, and my dad told me either the dog goes or he goes. And I looked at my mom says, "Don't worry, just hang on, he's gonna be okay." And so I got very involved in training dogs because I wanted to prove my dad wrong. And so I started in obedience. My German Shepherd went into protection training school. And then I also became it's an agitator that when you run from the dog, you have a sleeve or you have a full suit on and the dog attacks you. And so you're using the protective gear for protection trained dogs. And then I went through a big phase of that. I did that all the way up through college. They did a great big print. I had two German Shepherds when I was in college. I used to bring them to football practice. I brought them to school. They'd sit outside and wait for me outside of class. And then I'd go to football practice and I make them sit in the shade. And one of the reporters saw how I was training these dogs and did a correlation between me being a defensive end at the University of California, Berkeley, and training dogs and the attack training process, which was all pretty interesting. And then I started getting a family, and so I got more involved in training hunting dogs. And so I probably went 10, 15 years on training hunting dogs. I competed with them. It was a blast. Some of the best times of my life was training these dogs. And then after I got done with the hunting phase of my life, then I got a border collie. And anybody that owns a border collie should understand that's like having six dogs into one. And so the best way to get these dogs to stop, you have to train them early on that there is a command. And so I was trying to do it old school, Ireland style. And I'd say, that'll do. And the dog just didn't stop, and I said, that'll do, that'll do. And then one day I got very angry at the dog and I said, okay, all done, lay down. And that was his command. And he did exactly that. It was really a lot of fun training that dog. And I had him for 15 years. And what a great experience on training dogs. So if people don't really know me that well, that's one of the things that, I was fairly passionate about in my early stages of life.